Gangster.
There was a show called All My Baby's Mamas. And there were a multitude of women who were going to be living in one single household who had children by him who he was going to support. We had, far better things to present on air than the situation like that.
I think that Oxygen, it was really playing on some ugly stereotypes. It was glamorizing and glorifying what they call ghetto polygamy.
Clearly, if you're dealing with an individual who has more than 10 children with more than 10 women, there's a certain modicum of immaturity and dysfunctionalism that exists there. And
Bismillah wa salatu wa salam wa rasulullah wa ba'd. In the name of Allah, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon his last and final messenger. As to what follows, family, friends, foes, haters, and hateettes, welcome back to the Feachaz. I greet you all in peace and love and no hatred in my heart. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So before we begin, please like, please subscribe, please share. As you know, we got a lot of haters up in here. And today, the last live I did, I thought it was incredibly important and valuable. And today's live is going to be probably even more important, okay? To be quite honest. So like, subscribe, share, hit me up on Patreon. And as you know, we have the archives on the Patreon as well. The beginning of the clip, that clip was based upon a documentary called the 72% Baby Mama Crisis that was, I think it was filmed in 2010 or 2011. We're going to come back to that clip. However, today I want to address this issue because, as you know, Kevin Samuels, he passed and many people are talking about it. We here on the Feachaz, we were the first and I believe the only, you could say Islamic or not, Muslim background channel that's advise Muslim women to listen to Kevin Samuels directly, because we are dealing with Black issues here and we deal with the issues that will help the community. And what you see is what we are suffering from: unsavable simp syndrome amongst Black Muslims. I'm going to say it again. We are suffering from unsavable simp syndrome. Y'all hearing me? And for the last 30 years, we've had these dubious dawah dealers selling our sisters loads of snake oil to have the Heifer Patrol sing their praises all over social media. Y'all hearing me? They have no intentions of actually improving the situation in the Black community. They need to keep that gravy train going. So now we have these chronically out of touch imams and callers who are still repeating these failed, destructive talking points of the status quo simply because they want the praises of the Heifer Patrol. Meanwhile, in the real world, Black men are walking on eggshells and in real, tangible fear of Black women. So what's happening is that there's a shift, like a real paradigm shift, because people are tired. Black Muslims are especially tired. Black Muslims are especially tired. Why? Because Islam is supposed to be the solution for their problems, and they're seeing more problems and no solutions. And they are recognizing that these people are a real threat to Black society. So they see very clearly that the melding of information between 3 generations of Black men and Black women whose communities have been ravaged by hostile advice in order to keep pandering to Big Mama and all her daughters and granddaughters, who all happen to be baby mamas, just like Big Mama is. So now what's happening is that there's an obvious shift in control and influence. And alhamdulillah, we here at the Feachaz, we're proud to be a part of that shift. We are the first ones to come out openly and boldly against white supremacy for Black Muslims and on behalf of Black Muslims. From the point of view of Black Muslims, we have courageously stood in the face of racist, white supremacist Muslims. I repeat, racist, white supremacist Muslims, giving them this unending and merciless work, which they so deserve. And we are here again for the greater good of our people, fighting valiantly for the stability of the Black family. And because we're doing that, we have become a threat to the old powers who see that their impact, it just isn't the same anymore. Y'all hearing me? You get it? People are listening to us. Even though this channel is small, people are listening to us. They are paying attention to us because we speak with an unapologetic voice on behalf of the Black Muslims. We don't apologize. And on top of that, we are talking to the root and the crux of the issues that we have here in the Black community. So now what you find is these old, irrelevant, useless, dogmatic, immaterial, rigid imams who have abandoned the Black community. They are now forced to use our talking points. You get it? All right? They ain't got no choice anymore because we deal directly with the issues in our community facing Black Muslims and Black people. And we have the Black ear. And it has been a long time coming. And we don't care that they use our talking points, to be honest, because that just shows that the truth is the truth. And Allah says he does not change the condition of a people until they change the condition within themselves. And change time is here. It's not coming. Change is here. Like Sam Cooke saying, a change gonna come. It's here. It's mawjood. It's present. And the most pressing order of change in our community is that of our family situation. More particularly, the situation that we find ourselves with regarding Black women. So family, this old, irrelevant, do nothing, do not consume past expiry date, all these house Negroes are coming out the woodworks everywhere since Mr. Kevin Samuels, he passed. And now they're out here giving advice based upon Quran and Sunnah, right? Like they usually do. They tell you it's Quran and Sunnah. Talking about Muslims, we got to do better and stuff. These Negroes, we're not going to mention their names, okay? You're not going to mention names. But these Negroes who aren't married to Black women, mind you, are advising Black men to be kind and gentle to Black women because the Prophet Muhammad sallam, he was kind and gentle and Kevin Samuels wasn't. So there's only two reasons that these, prolific coons will be on that flex. The first is we already mentioned because they love the praise of the Heifer Patrol. They ain't no different from the Black church. So they love hearing the praise of the Heifer Patrol. And the second is because they're not about anything resembling progress at all. Like no change whatsoever. They will hide behind the Quran and the Sunnah in order to keep the devastation in our communities happening as long as Black women can feel good. So instead of quoting the relevant ayat, and the relevant hadith that our sisters actually need in order to improve themselves, like how we do it here, we always say the only hadith that our sisters need to be hearing right now at this point in time is the hadith that changed the threshold of your gate, and the majority of the women are the hellfire because of their unappreciation, their ingratitude to their husbands. That's what they need to hear. These Negroes, after 30 solid years of devastation in the Black community, are singing that same old song, be kind to the women, be nice to the women. And you ask the Black men, how much kindness have they been shown while they're taking the bus because their ex-wife got their car in a divorce to the courthouse so they can pay child support for kids they're going to see twice a month. And they act like this is not going on. This is not happening. They act like this. No, you still have to be kind. And this generation coming up, when they see the devastation of all these marriages, our Black youth, our Black Muslim youth, are opting out of marriage. These are the worst types. These types are the worst types because they really do not love Black women. They don't even marry them. Rather, they love Black women the same way that these Black preachers love Black women. You get it? That's how they love Black women. We are on the cusp of a major disaster. And all they can do is come with innuendo. And we are the only people on earth that live in a matriarchal society. We are the only people that live in real fear of our women. A real fear of our women. Shout out to Will Smith. Shout out to Dwayne Wade. And which people group can respect men that fear their women? Black men are brave in other circumstances, but when it comes to our women, we are the only ones that don't stand up to our own women. Just us. So we have a situation where, by and large, Black women want to be in complete control of their men. And here comes the plantation patrol talking about, well, Captain Samuels, he wasn't very nice. He wasn't very nice to the Black women. He wasn't very nice. 70% child out of wedlock rate in the Black community, okay? These women are being impregnated by 30% of the men, meaning the Pookies and Ray Rays. No Black Muslim man can find a Black Muslim woman to marry who's a virgin, okay? And here you come talking about, well, Prophet Muhammad now, Sallam, he was nice to the women now. Y'all are sick. Like, you see this happening. You see this happening. And that's how you approach the situation. 30 solid years. 30 solid years. And what has our generation provided for the generation that is coming up today? What have we provided for them? So now we have this incredible situation now where marriages, they're not even marriages. It's just something that you call it. You call it a marriage, but it's not a marriage. It's a jump off. As a matter of fact, you start making up all these rules. Muslim women online as we speak, sleeping, we're talking about black people now, sleeping with Muslim men, not in a boyfriend-girlfriend situation, not in a marriage situation, but in, oh, he's my intended, so I'm going to test him out before I marry him situation. Then when that blows up like napalm, these children now, this is what they've inherited.
That's the reason I'm here today. Muslim, I need you to make dua for my little brother here. But this is Philly, man. What y'all got going on here, man? Like, this shit is sickening, man. Like, y'all changing lives, man. Like, for generations. Y'all killing mothers, y'all killing sisters, y'all killing brothers, y'all killing sons, y'all killing nephews. For what? About internet beef, about a chick that's whoring out here anyway, about a block that ain't even yours, about money that you're going to get to go spend and give it to somebody. It's not like you want no money out here to save. Y'all niggas want money to spend. That's what y'all doing? That's what y'all doing out here, right? Yo, shit is sickening. This shit is sickening. Talking to the funeral director, he says he get them 2-3 times a day. That's what we doing to our Muslim brothers, huh? We're not protecting each other. I mean, if we ain't protecting each other, you're definitely letting anything happen to them. That's what we doing, huh? I gotta wake up. I gotta wake up, man. I'm gonna tell you like this. Everybody must face death. So you out here push and play, you think you parking shit, putting people through grief about their kids, you'll be here one day also. You know what I'm saying? Just know, when the law asks you about your deeds, your good deeds, that's what to get you to Jannah in paradise. Anything else, be done with. I gotta do better, man. I gotta do a whole lot more better, man. This is sickening. I hate to say that I'm even from Philly, like, you know what I'm saying? Not that it's better anywhere else in any other country or any other state, but I can only worry about where I'm at right now, you know what I'm saying? Make a change one block at a time, one house at a time, one block at a time. This is crazy.
That's what our kids are inheriting now. Because of broken families. Muslim graveyard, fresh graves. Muslims killing each other in the streets like that. You got to be nice to the women now. You gotta be nice to the Prophet says, we got to do better. Shut up, man. Shut up. Let those who want to put in the work, let them speak. Those of you who want to talk a bunch of yang, go over there on the other side and talk about your yang. 30 solid years. And you see how quick these people rush to anecdotes and in the window because they're counting on your ignorance to get Scooby snacks out of the hood. Y'all feel me? Maury Povich, Jerry Springer, Housewives of Atlanta, Love and Hip Hop, BET, and how many of these white supremacist annihilation tools against the black family profited, made millions and millions and millions, perpetuating the ratchet ass hood rap moms, and who the Muslim women now emulate. Yes, Let's call it what it is. Black Muslim women are now emulating these women. While y'all attack Kevin Samuels for giving these same hood rats very pointed advice. And Maury and Jerry, they're safe from you? Maury and Jerry are safe from you? I've never, ever, ever heard any of you Negroes talking about cancel Jerry and stuff. The hypocrisy is dense and thick. Dense and thick. You guys are straight being played. Remember when the Feachaz said, yes, the Feachaz is a black nationalist? He believes that black people should get together to solve our problems. Remember how much heat I caught from that? Do you remember? These same Negroes, all of a sudden they realize they're black now. They realize they're black. Remember the Feachaz said that we should work with, or, you know, the nation in order to handle black issues? Remember he said that? These are the Negroes that are giving you advice. 30 solid years. I put a poll out today. Go check the poll on my channel, okay? I'm asking black Muslims and I'm asking the regular, Eastern Muslims, right? The Muslims who've been Muslims for generations. The same question. I already knew in my head. But I'm asking the Muslims who have been Muslims for generation upon generation, how many families do you know been married for 20 years or more? Like this is 4 questions. Y'all, I want all of y'all to participate in this. Do you know, till now, the last time I checked, 75% of the born Muslims knew families that were married from their own specific cultures 20 years or more, at least five or more families, right? And 40%, you know how much 40% is of black Muslims don't know a single black family married more than 20 years. And you want to tell me the Nation of Islam, who have a long history of stable marriages, well, you know, they're kuffar, you know, we can't take from them. We can't take from them. They're kuffar. Because our infiltrated brand of Islam is working so well for us, right? When a Muslim goes somewhere, the entire society is supposed to become better. Everybody's supposed to look at the Muslims as the pillars of society, correct? People who are supposed to see a Muslim and they're supposed to be aspire to be like that. Who want to aspire to be a broke, thobe wearing, beard wearing Negro with kids everywhere talking about, well, you know, it's better to get married to make zina. Your marriages are like zina. What's the difference? Complete lack of self-awareness and disregard for your own community. You refuse to be honest. And that's why we still catching hell, because people listen to you. But guess what? Those days are over. People are listening to the black grassroots now. They're tired of you. Y'all are some sick people. I want y'all to see this. Watch this. Like, subscribe, share. Hit me up on Patreon.
She said, I'm gonna choke you out. So I said, I ain't gonna even let you get on top of me. I'm gonna drag your little bit ass somewhere and choke the out you, so don't even go there.
I think the network that put that show on was doing something incredibly irresponsible by glorifying this idea that basically your family planning consists of having sex with as many women as you possibly can, and assuming that at some point a baby is going to come out.
Okay, so they're talking about this show that was attempted to be put on All My Baby Mamas. Okay? Watch this now.
Those kinds of images in a society where we still struggle with racial stereotypes about what Black fathers are like and what Black mothers are like, I think such an image would only feed into the racial stereotypes and the negative viewpoints that people have about the African American family.
It wasn't a show, actually. It was a minstrel. It was a minstrel born out of the late 1800s during blackface. They just wanted to recreate it. So they're going to get a black buck and a lot of babies and just to have the women with the hands on the hips. And that's going to be funny. And we're going to package it up and we're going to sell it to young women. We're going to sell the messages of unprotected sex and to fight each other for the attentions, the financial attention and the affection of a man who's not even worth it. That is hilarious. Except there were some of us that said, no, you're not. You're not coming for our children.
And outrage calls now for cancellation over a new reality show that's about to hit the airwaves. So here's what it's called. All My Baby's Mamas. So far, 30,000 people have signed a petition to stop the network from airing this upcoming show because they believe that it's offensive and humiliating to children.
Did y'all hear that? 30,000 people came to stop a show that's perpetuating the image of dysfunctional Black families. And I promise you, not one of those 30,000 was a Muslim. I promise you that. And these people, these women who are trying to stop the image, because image is powerful. Image is powerful. Without these images, they can't keep perpetuating these dysfunctional apparatus that keep going on in our community. They can't do it without the image. It's a cheap way to keep dysfunction happening in the community. These women got more balls than your imams in the hood. They have more balls than your imams in the hood because they stood up to this, and your imams can't even stand up to your own woman. They can't do it. They out here pandering to Black women, knowing full and well how many stats do we have to, how many stats has the feature showed this is a problem on this channel. Where are the 30,000 Muslims saying enough is enough with these broken marriages? Where are they? Where are the 30,000 Muslims saying, Black women, you get one man and one chance. You better make it work. You better go take some wife classes. You better learn how to cook, learn how to clean. Where are they? The same people go on Facebook and witness what I witnessed when I was shocked. Because, you know, your boy, Brother Bilal wasn't on Facebook like that. I came on Facebook. I started friending Muslims and whatnot. And I was stunned at what I was seeing. They have zero work for that. Zero. Wallahi. Nothing. The only one I see and I respect who has been talking about the marriage breakdown from day one is Shadid Muhammad. May Allah bless that brother. I mean, from day one, he made it his mission to try to stabilize the black marriages in the community. Here we are. We're bringing you empirical data, stats, figures, everything, you name it, anything, everything that you need to help fix the situation. Because this is a problem. You don't come out against Maury. You don't come out against Jerry. You come out against, now we see you against Kevin Samuels. Now we see you. And let me ask you something. Let's say one of those women from All My Baby Mamas, I want the men to answer this, the black men. If one of those women from All My Baby Mamas became Muslim today, put on a hijab tomorrow, would you marry her next week? Just put yes or no in the chat, please. The black men only. If she became Muslim today, put a hijab on tomorrow, would you marry her next week? One of these women from that same show, All My Baby Mamas. Seema says no. MK Frazier says no, not me. These brothers are telling you to marry these single moms. Abdullah Tayyib telling you no. Jabber, nah. These brothers, you know, the Prophet ﷺ, you know, he married single mothers, you know, and it's from the Sunnah. And the Prophet ﷺ, those mothers, were they baby mamas? Were they pregnant from zina and stuff? But you know, after Islam, you know, Islam, listen, let me tell you something, okay? We have problems in the black community. If you're not going to show any seriousness to solve our issues, then please don't come with anecdotes. Please. We've been doing the anecdote thing since the 60s. We want results. We are results driven. If you are not brave enough to tell these women to go seek therapy, go seek counseling, go seek marriage counseling. We had a sister last week. She's a legit counselor. And we told you to go see her. Go talk to her. If you are not brave enough to do that, then please put down your mics and stop being some fake-ass advisors to the wider Muslim community. Thank you. And Seema says, and they wouldn't let their sons marry them. And the crazy thing, this brother who got all this work, he's not married to a black woman. And if any of these heifers from the Heifer Patrol wanted to marry him, he wouldn't marry them anyway. But he's telling you to be nice to them. Why didn't he? Please take them off our hands. Take all of them off our hands. We will find a fatwa, something. You love them so much. Please, tafaddal. Marry them all. Take them all, please. You guys are tripping. We have problems. Our children, our black children, are killing each other in the streets. We don't have anything that remotely closely resembles anything that looks like generational wealth because of broken families. The whole world is looking and laughing at us. And when black men, they go to another community to marry, they get turned down instantly with the quickness. Yes, there's racism involved there. Yes, 100%. But you have to see what they see. If you are not seeing this, then then for sure they have the right to tell you no. Can you imagine? And when they say yes, they're offering you three-fingered Fatima, one-eyed Aisha, or hungry hippo Halima. That's it. They're offering you the lowest in their communities. Why? Because the lowest in their communities is still better than Jenny from the block. The bottom feeders. And if you black men do not have the balls to stand up to these women and tell them the truth, then there will be a section of us who will cut you off. Because this has to stop. It has to end. You simp, like the unsavable simp squad. You people are the actual fuel to the jump off culture amongst black Muslims. It's you. You fuel that. Because brothers are coming and saying this is wrong, and you're saying, don't be mean. That's all you have. We're telling the sisters, listen, you need to be more feminine. You have to be more wifely. You're saying, well, what about the men? What about the man? What about the men's? The men's got to do stuff too. All these men are raised by single mothers. All of them. Like 99% of them. And you're still talking about, what about the man? Deflecting. We're trying to fix something here. You're deflecting it. The clan couldn't do what you do. Wallahi, the clan couldn't do it. These unsavable sim squad, they need to be called out. If they keep it up, Feachaz going to start naming names, you know? And the reason why I don't want to is because I have concern for my community. I have big concern for my community. And black people really need to get out of this habit of throwing each other under the bus. I don't believe in that. Because everybody else, every other people group throws us under the bus. But the unsavable sim squad, you are a danger to yourself. You're a danger to our women. You're a danger to our men. You're a danger to our youth. And because your heads are firmly planted straight up your asses, you seriously can't see what's going on. Like you can't see what's happening to us. Sister become Muslim today, marry her tomorrow, divorce her next week, pass her up on to the brother next month after her Ida. And the cycle keeps going like this. Like you can't see that? Everybody else can. You don't see that. Y'all are tripping, man. Y'all are straight tripping. Anyways, hayakumullah ikhwan. Thanks, brothers and sisters, for joining me tonight. I have to go and prepare to break my fast. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties earlier. I had some difficulties, but we got it started. So alhamdulillah. right? May Allah reward you all. May Allah bless you all. Like, subscribe, share. Hit me up on Patreon. May Allah bless you all. And please leave comments because it helps the algorithms. You know, we are the grassroots. We are serious about using the Quran and Sunnah to actually solve our problems. We're not messing around or joking around here. Hayakumullah, brother Kev D. Hayakumullah. Jazakallah khairan intuition. May Allah reward you and bless you and multiply it for you 1,000-fold. I mean, but we are the black grassroots, and we're not playing. Either you are serious about making change in our community, and if you're not, then we're going to roll right over you. Either get with it or get out of the way. So I can run for labor to Brother Jabber.
That's what you said?
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
You're on Zoom
What
with
you
us?
got for us, bro?
How'd you get on Zoom?
I actually just clicked the link.
Okay,
What?
all right.
I mean, I agree with what you're saying right now. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
You know? So was there a specific question you was asking the audience?
No, I was, because I saw you click the link, so I just invited you to come in and give your thoughts before I leave, inshallah. I'm about to break my fast. Well, not, but I gotta go make my food to break my fast for the 6 days.
Okay,
Right,
okay,
so-
mashallah.
So give the brothers and sisters salams, inshallah, and we'll call it a night, inshallah. Hayakumullah.
Definitely. Yeah, we got logging in from Buffalo, New York, so we want to give our salams, and we thank you for everything that you're doing. We ask Allah to bless you and put barakah, and barakallahu feekum to you and your family, and may Allah put
Ameen,
barakah in
ameen.
the fast and accept it all from you.
Ameen, and you too. Ameen. Hayakumullah. And may Allah reward you, bro. Thanks for joining me tonight. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Thank Brother Kev D for tuition fees. Hayakumullah. And thanks everybody for participating. Please leave comments, like, share, subscribe. Subhanakallah bihamdik wa shahadallah ant.
Salaam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hayakumullah. Wa alaikum salam, brother. Young man. Be strong, young man. Be strong, young black man. Okay?
Ameen.
And worship Allah always. And thank Allah always. Okay? Hayakumullah. We are the Muslim wing of the black grassroots. Unapologetic, strong, uncompromising voices that have been in the faces of the enemy and those who tap dance for them. The Feachaz is proud to present the archives exclusively on Patreon.